Hey guys, welcome back. Shock here for another Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile. Today we are going to be profiling Go Control for the November 2021 format. We updated the list a little bit. I did want to bring it to you guys, and I have a new updated side deck. So if you guys are interested in more Go content, please let me know. I have a Chaos Warrior list that I really want to share with you guys, but let's see if we can get 20 likes on this video, and then I'll bring that chaos list to you this week. And if I don't get those 20 likes, I'll bring it to you guys next week. But without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy the list and my new interpretation on it right now. So let's get straight into it. Look at the main deck. First off, of course, the BLS. BLS is staple in this format for Go Control, and any deck in Go Control really, with Chaos being probably the best deck. Go Control has to compete, and this card is one of the most defining cards in the format, period. Then we're playing one Jinzo. So I did decide to take out the Air Knights, but I am still playing one Tribute in the Jinzo. I think last time I had Jinzo in the side, but decided to play it in the main, and we cut Air Knight completely because of the fact that Chaos is such a good deck right now, and you kind of have to prepare for that deck. Chaos Sorcerer completely deals with Air Knight, and then the problem that Spy exists, Air Knight just can't deal with Gravekeeper Spies. So Jinzo is able to beat over that card. It's also able to, if it gets Book of Moon, it has a nice defense, so using this over something like the late Monarchs of Borg is pretty good. So overall, really like Jinzo. It's been very good, and I think you do need to play at least one Tribute for the interactions with Thousand Eyes Restrict. Let's get into the flip effects. So we're playing two Gravekeeper Spy, two Magician of Faith, and one Skellingel. So the idea behind these ratios, two Spy, because this card heavily conflicts with your main win condition of the deck, which is use Scapegoat to stop them from playing and kind of play at your speed. Moth is obviously incredible. I think you need to play the card at 2, obviously. And then essentially the third copy of Moth is the Skellingel. So not a very common card for people to play, but I had Dekoichi in my list, and I really like Dekoichi. But Skellingel basically does the same thing as Dekoichi most of the time. Now, obviously, it doesn't have as high of attack points, but the fact that it's a light monster means that you're able to basically have a more consistent way of summoning BLS, which I feel like since we're not playing Magical Merchant, that card's not very good this format. I felt like playing the one Skellingel is a little bit better. Has less defense points, but more attack points. The other thing too is that, especially with Magical Merchant in Go Control, you really don't want to mill your BLS, which is like the worst thing that could happen. So overall, Skellingel, I really like it. I think it's a cool, unique one-of to play in my Go list. From there, we're playing actually 4 Spirit Monsters. We're playing 2 Azura Priest and 2 Tsukiyomi. So the reason why we play the 2-2 ratio here, normally you see people at most probably play like 3 Spirit Monsters, but since we have only one Tribute in the main, I figured playing another copy of Tsukiyomi would be pretty good. I did play the 2 Azura Priest, 1 Tsukiyomi, but kind of realized that if you're taking out that second Tribute card, you do want to have something that can help you interact with your own turn, being able to turn it off and on, and kind of control the format. Tsukiyomi is also really nice because it interacts well also as just a monster that you can set to bait out knock. Overall, just a really powerful card with it being able to flip other monsters face down. And Azura Priest, a really strong light monster that's a beater, and it can dodge a lot of removal cards. Getting on to the rest of like the beaters of the deck. So the 1 Breaker, the 1 TD Warrior Lady, and the 1 Tribe Infecting Virus. So not much to say. I think Go Control should be playing all 3 of these. They're all really powerful, especially since we play a Warrior engine in the side, as you kind of saw. TD Warrior Lady just puts in a lot of work. It's a searchable light in the deck, and overall puts a lot of pressure to deal with opponent's Chaos Monsters. Finally, the two best cards probably of the GOAT list, which are the one Sangan and the one Sinister Serpent. Just the fact that these cards are engine beasts, like, you get so much advantage off of these. You know, Call the Haunted or Premature Burial on the Sangan is so strong. And same thing with Sinister Serpent. The fact that this card works so well with Metamorphosis, they're just staples for this GOAT control deck. That's it for the monsters. Let's go on to the spells. So we're playing the 3 meta and the 3 Scapegoat. Very few decks in this format right now are playing meta at 3, so I feel like that's what kind of puts this deck apart from those. Thousand Eyes Restrict is just so powerful, and people really don't respect that card, especially just sitting on it and waiting, and also just like sitting and waiting with a Scapegoat too. Scapegoat's a really awesome defensive card. It gives warriors a lot of trouble, and yeah, overall, really powerful cards. Highly recommend people play GOAT control. 2 Book of Moon and 2 Knock. So both obviously very influential cards in the format right now. Book of Moon being able to flip all your guys face down and stop your opponent from doing things. Nobleman a Cross out, being able to get rid of those pesky flip effect monsters. The Trinity, so the 1 Duo, the 1 Charity, and the 1 Agreed. All very good cards. Some people might not like Duo as much anymore with Chaos running around, but I still think you need to play all 3. You're playing the 1 Premature, much less popular card now due to all the Chaos decks, 1 Snatch Steal, and 1 Creature Swap. Kind of your power spells of the deck. Premature Burial, I feel like is almost like not a standard choice anymore in most deck lists, but we have so many cards that benefit off of Premature Burial, like Jinzo and Sangan and Tribe Infecting Virus, that it would be crazy for us not to play Premature Burial. Snatch Steal, obviously, you take your opponent's Chaos Sorcerer, and then Creature Swap, you know, activating Scapegoat using one of the tokens with Creature Swap is very good. But I always find playing 2 of this in the main for the Creature Swap is always bricky, so yeah, we do not do that. For the Spell and Trap removal, we're playing the 1 Heavy Storm, the 1 Mystical Space Typhoon, and of course the 1 Dust Tornado. Not much to say here. These are all very standard cards for GOAT control list. Being able to remove your opponent's back row is not the most important thing, but depending on the matchup can be very helpful. 1 Call the Haunted, the best revival card in the format, most likely. Well, for this deck, I think, because the fact that you don't have to pay anything for it is really good, and you can do it during either player's turn. But Premature is really good too, don't get me wrong. Playing the 1 Sakuratsu Armor, the 1 Mirror Force for your battle traps, of course, and then the 1 Ring of Destruction and the 1 Torrential Tribute for literally everything else. So that's it for the main deck. It's a straight 40, of course. Can't go any higher than that in GOAT format. Let's take a look at the side deck. So the 2 DD Assailants, the 1 Exiled Force, the 1 Mystic Swordsman level 2, and the 2 Rhoda. So this is the warrior engine, obviously. A lot of decks are playing Chaos Warriors, and they're playing a bunch of other things. I really like this engine for this deck. You know, you side out things like your Tsukiyomi and your Jinzo and any of your Dead Spell and Trap cards out, and basically uses engine to tailor the needs of any matchup you're playing against. Exiled Force is really good against Chaos. Mystic Swordsman's level 2 is also really good against Chaos, being able to take out their full effect monsters. Rhoda surges both those cards out, and DD Warrior Lady, which once again is an out to Chaos monsters. DD Assailant, something that might not be talked about as much here. This card's really good against like severe aggro decks, decks that are trying to kill you. Setting a DD Assailant or just summoning a DD Assailant and attacking with it is an annoying thing for them to deal with, because normally they don't have to deal with the powerful monsters on the field. And if you have back row backing up a DD Assailant, they have to get rid of the DD Assailant and the back row, which is kind of a hard task sometimes for those decks to do. So overall, I really like this combination of cards. Yeah, it's pretty efficient in being able to deal with a wide array of decks. We're playing the second copy of Creature Swap. Of course, this card's at 2 in the format. But again, this is for like any deck that's being really aggressive. You kind of just side this in and you're able to kind of swing the tempo in your favor. Make sure they don't kill you, and then use Creature Swap to steal their cards. Sakuratsu Armor. I really like this card. Obviously, this is the second and third copy. Sakuratsu Armor is a really good defensive card. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Whenever you're playing decks that like simplified game states, Sakuratsu Armor is usually a good side in. Then you're playing 2 Dust Tornadoes, so the second and third copy, and then you're playing 2 copies of 7 Tools of the Bandit. This is mainly for backward decks, obviously, but 7 Tools of the Bandits more specifically is for burn, so, or any deck that like has an alternate win condition with trap cards. 7 Tools of the Bandit's just really good at stopping them dead in their tracks. And finally, for any deck that's trying to OTK us, Waboku is absolutely nuts. The fact that it stops any damage from happening and then also protects your monsters by battle means that you can trigger your own flip effects. This and Threatening Roar are like the 2 main cards you would kind of want to debate on. I think both are good. Hard to say which one's better. I'm trying to think of scenarios where Threatening Roar would be better than Waboku, but honestly I couldn't find any, so that's why I'm kind of sticking with Waboku for right now. Extra deck hasn't changed, but just like to show it. Your 4 goat tokens, of course. Your 3 Thousand Eyes restricts, and then a level 3, a level 4, 2 of the level 5s, 3 of the level 5s, my bad. 1 level 6 and 1 level 8. So that'll be it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think about the list, and we will see you guys next time. Have a good day. Bye-bye.